boom.
Shut up!
Bodacious True Crime.
Am I like the expert that Joe Rogan brings on?
I guess, yeah. Well, hold on. We'll do an intro for you. Welcome back, bitches and hoes, to Bodacious True Crime.
Hey, yo, what up, player?
Hey, what did you say last episode? What was like Jesse? The thing Jesse said.
You know who
What
it
up,
is.
bitch?
Yeah, he's like, leave it at the tone.
What up, bitches? Leave it at the tone.
Yeah, leave it at the tone.
We've got Hamza again. We've got Gus as always. It's not an episode without Gus. And we've got
Hamza Yasin this week.
Hamza Yasin Hamza.
Yeah.
And we've got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Noah, to deliver us.
We got a little whippy on our hands.
Yeah, Noah's gonna deliver us the facts today.
The facts.
He's gonna prove
Yeah.
himself to the bodacious.
Yeah, he better. Or I'm never gonna talk to him again.
No,
Damn. A death sentence.
Because he's gonna teach us. He's gonna enlighten us about the curious case of D.B Cooper.
Of course.
Yeah.
So should we
Hey,
just
Noah,
get into it?
wait.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
pause. Noah,
Pause it.
now you gotta go on Wampus Land.
Hey, for real. No, you gotta turn it.
You do.
It's
Gotta,
like an induction thing.
Yeah.
so Noah, now that you're in Wampus Land, please indulge.
Tale of D.B Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So basically,
Is D.B Cooper's real name?
okay. So that's a whole thing in itself.
Mhm.
So
I already figured it out.
Yeah.
so D.B Cooper was the fake name that he put on the plane ticket. Also,
who put on?
him, D.B Cooper.
Okay, but what's his name though?
What's up?
What's his name?
Nobody knows. It wouldn't be a mystery if they knew his name.
Okay, but what did the D stand for?
Yeah, the DPI stands for
Okay,
mystery.
so here's the thing. It literally the only thing on the ticket that was legible was Cooper. The DB was actually that had no correlation to anything. That was considered to be a typing error that was made by the printed on the ticket.
Dick Big Cooper.
Big Cooper.
Yes.
Honestly,
Big
after you hear the story, that name will hold true. So
Perchance.
basically, it happened on the day before Thanksgiving, November 24th, 1971. So he called himself Dan Cooper, but D.B. Cooper, that's completely different thing else on the ticket. He paid cash for a flight from Oregon to Washington. He was described as like a taller guy. In his mid-40s, he was wearing business casual clothing with a clip-on tie. He boarded the plane.
Why is it gotta be clip-on? Why they gotta disrespect him like that?
It makes so much more sense once you hear what he did with the clip-on tie. Dude. The clip-on tie is like the climax of the story.
Okay.
So basically, he boards. I think it was an Airbus. He carried two things. His carry-on was a briefcase. This was pre 9/11, by the way. Just keep that in mind. And
Yeah,
it
so you
was-
just get on planes like. You don't-
literally, there was no TSA. You could
Perchance.
get on- It's the same way. Think about it as getting on a bus nowadays. But he was carrying a briefcase and a little like 4x12 by 16-inch paper bag. Like think of those brown lunch bags. And he takes off at 3 p.m. and he calls over a stewardess and he passes her a note saying, "Hey, I have a bomb."
Hey, he's just like me.
Basically,
He's literally.
he goes, "Hey, I have a bomb. This is what I want you to do." Blah blah blah. She basically takes this note from him and puts it in her pocket. Like she doesn't read the note, doesn't look at it or anything. She just goes, "Thanks," puts it in her pocket, keeps walking. So he's kind of like upset about this. So he looks over and he's like, "Miss, you might want to look at that note. I have a bomb. I'm on the plane. You might want to sit down next to me." So then everyone starts freaking out. She sits down next to him. And he opens up the bomb, shows it to her that's in the briefcase, and he basically asks her to sit next to them. And he has his demands. He wants $200,000 in... Wait, what's up?
Pause.
Pause.
Listen, man, we cater to all audiences, so
Alright.
I can't have any of your NSFW talk over here. I don't want to hear nothing about those deals. You understand me?
Give me those deals.
I know what's
What?
going on here.
What do you
What?
demand?
What's going on?
Yeah, it's
Are
the
you-
man.
are you-
No,
Hey!
Are you arguing this is some
No,
sort of
that-
fetish?
No, he said the entire
man.
thing was just a fetish for him.
I am arguing that I
Hey,
don't like
we are
this
for women's
going.
rights around here, bro. We are for
Yeah,
women's rights around here.
He...
We don't promote sexual misconduct in the
There were
work.
no sexual acts that were done. He didn't ask her to do anything.
Yeah, he was
wanted
like-
his money.
Yeah,
He's
he
like-
was asking her for some demands, wasn't he?
Yeah,
It
he had
wasn't
some demands.
documented by. Okay, here's the thing: everyone survived. Well, maybe he didn't. Nobody knows.
Mhm.
Wait, what if it was just like when he was like when he got off the plane, he just died and no one knows.
That actually is one of the
And
theories.
literally no one will ever know.
Yeah.
So, his demands basically were $200,000 in cash and $20 bills by 5 p.m. Now, this was about 3:30.
Kinky.
He's just like me.
You want what's that? Kinky?
Hey,
Wait. What time
Quick
period
chance.
was this in? Was this
This was
like
in 1971.
huh.
1970s. So, like, there was no security with air travel. in
Yeah,
1970.
and like what? Hey, how much was 200? Hold on. 19.
Bro, it's still a lot of money.
It's a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
It's like 800,000 to $1 million.
Hey, it's 1.4 million.
Yeah.
Dude, that's kind
Wow.
of crazy.
It's a fuck ton of money.
Hey, I feel like if I had people at like bomb, like like at knife's edge, dude, I'd ask for like $1 billion trillion.
Here's the thing about this case is like, at least in my opinion, none of it makes any sense. Literally, none of it makes any sense. Like, they had an hour to get police to the place. Like, here, I'll get to this next part. So he basically wanted $200,000 in cash and $20 bills by 5 p.m. in a knapsack. They were landing at the other place by 5 p.m. He wanted 2 back parachutes and 2 front parachutes. Basically, what that means is there are parachutes that will deploy from the front, and there are reserves that will deploy from the back. So he wanted 2 of each for redundancy. And also, upon landing, he wanted a fuel truck to be ready. So he wanted the plane to depart after they landed, and he had the money. Upon landing, basically what he does is he exchanges the passengers on board for the money, and the plane is refueled. Now, this is where the story makes absolutely no fucking sense, because in my opinion, why didn't they have cops waiting for him there? Why didn't the pilots just radio and, hey, yeah, the hijack?
I mean,
There's this popular saying that goes, that would be too easy.
Hear me
no,
out.
no.
Hear me out.
Listen.
Hear me out. They didn't
He
want
left
to
the
kink
bomb on
shame
the
him.
plane, no?
They-
No.
You know,
They
that actually
left-
is a fair point. I'm not gonna lie.
They left
Maybe-
the bomb on the plane, no?
It's like,
Yeah.
hey, come on with your hands up.
Yeah, so like obviously police won't be like ready to arrest them if the bomb
I
is
mean,
still
they
a
could
threat. You know?
Yeah.
There should still be like bomb
shit.
squads. There should be bomb squads surrounding the airport.
Okay, but
I
this is
feel like they-
1971. Like,
Yeah.
No, but like you should have
This
bomb
was-
squads in the airport waiting.
Mm.
There still definitely should be trucks there.
I feel like the second they saw him, one tap, like they just shoot him.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't know.
okay. Here's the thing about that though.
One of the like just like hostesses or whatever, like the ones that check your ticket, just does a 360.
The flight attendant.
360
Well, I mean,
Are they flight attendants?
No, yeah. So the 2 ladies that were with him were flight attendants.
okay, but would you take that chance
no,
though?
we're getting off track.
Would you take that chance?
What? Me?
Just
kill
a bomb
him.
squad, yeah.
No, to
That's
kill
their
him.
job. What? It's not a chance.
No,
it's
no,
their
no, no,
job.
no. If like you hit a non-vital area or like an area that doesn't immediately kill him, he sets off the bomb and everyone dies.
Hey, just wait in for the
Probably-
head.
That's why you practice.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like
They're-
okay,
they're-
this-
they're trained
Other
to-
people in the other
They're
people in
trained
the.
to not miss in this scenario.
True.
But like, what if they choke? You know, like
I mean,
Well, then they lose
you
their
still
job and a
remember,
lot of lives.
This is
they lose their life
1971.
too.
Listen, the only thing they had to train is to like beat protesters, dude.
There were
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the 70s.
shooting
There were
people,
protesting
bro.
in the 70s.
Shooting people. That's still trained to do that.
It's like half their job, literally.
They hit
What,
him with a
just beating
fire
him?
hose.
Yeah.
Fucking pistol whips them. The pilots come out.
Remember, this
another
is a
25%
completely
right?
different time. This is a completely
Yeah.
different time.
This is literally like in the 70s. Like
50 years ago.
Like bomb squads,
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure we're still in their infancy, you know? Like I could be really wrong about that. But
No, I don't think bombs were really as big of a problem back then.
But the thing is, bombs have like, yeah.
Existed
I
since
mean,
the dawn of- I mean, there was napalm.
Well, but
no, like I'm saying, bombs
but-
have been around for a while. Why wouldn't we have an old established bomb squad? If it's
but like,
always been a
when
threat?
did bombs become a problem?
I was gonna say, when did they become like a big deal? I mean, when was the Unabomber?
Right?
I mean-
The Unabomber was recent. He was like super recent. But,
I
like,
think it was-
that's,
I think it was the
that's
90s.
relatively recent. That's relatively
I
recent.
think it was
when
the 90s.
was the first bomb invented?
Yeah,
Because
Oh,
like
shit. 13th
the-
century. But that's not this kind of bomb, though.
like the idea of like bombing a place down has always been in like the minds of people, even back then.
When was the first? I mean, how would you even phrase that? Like, because there's obviously bombs have existed for
Like,
centuries.
when did bombs become an issue.
Yeah,
I
okay,
guess,
look.
I guess this problem is electronically
Let's
active.
be okay. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Like the
1964.
recent scare for bombs is because of 9/11.
I mean, yeah, but
Like
I
the
feel
whole
like
terrorist thing. That's like the only like big recent thing that's been
when there's
pushing like bombs as
IEDs.
a threat.
Guys, 1964 was the first
Hmm.
bomb squad, apparently.
64.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was still in its infancy. It was
Literally,
still in its
I
like,
guess
like in less than 10 years.
like at this time, there are so many different bombs. You know, you can't teach them to do everything.
And also, with
Multiple
only
different
10
locations.
years, like there aren't enough occurrences to
uh,
establish like how to deal with the situation.
Hey, let the boss man speak.
I'd like to interject that the first Unabomber bombings before the big famous ones were in the late 70s.
Really?
Yeah,
Late 70s.
78, and then they went into he bombed a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He'd mail people bombs, and they'd go up in parking lots and stuff, and
That guy was
Dude,
sick.
it's actually insane. What?
yeah, we'll have to
No,
get
he
him
was
eventually.
nuts.
Yeah,
He
he
actually
was.
wrote a book.
Dude,
So did he
wasn't
spell
it,
No,
It was
that's
like one
his
of those-
that's his manifesto. It's
Oh,
it wasn't it
It's
over
just-
a 20-year period too?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was from the late 70s to the 90s.
No, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, but let's get back on track.
His manifesto is super long, and it's completely unhinged.
Really?
Yeah.
What's in it? Have you read it or not?
I've heard it's just him basically saying that he ended up moving to a cabin in the woods because he didn't like industrial society. So the manifesto is just him
okay.
bitching about how we have to go back to times before technology.
So he's an Amish.
Hey, he's
He was
not-
literally Amish.
Kind of.
We should go back to times where there are no technology.
True.
I agree.
Okay, then shut off all your technology.
Yeah,
Episode
I
ends.
don't get why people, dude. This generation, literally, if you have an iPhone in your hand, you have more power than a 15th century king. People don't get that.
I mean, power? I mean,
Knowledge, bro. Access to knowledge.
Knowledge.
well, yeah,
I
but
agree.
can you raise cities with this knowledge? Okay, why are we talking about this?
You
I
could.
don't fucking
So
know.
off track.
This is extremely off
You
track.
can call in a bomb threat. That's on track.
There you go.
Okay,
Literally.
true.
You could be a modern day Unabomber. Bro.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hello.
Anyways.
I forgot this is gonna be public. Anyway, what's it called? So, we were at the part where he had exchanged the passengers at the place. It fucking works, literally. He gets everything he wants, and this is where his plan kind of I don't feel like he knew he'd get this far, and his plan just completely goes off the rails. So he says, okay, crew, pilots, whatever, fly to Mexico. Okay? They're like, alright, cool, whatever. So the plane takes off, and they're heading to Mexico. And because he kept some of the crew on board, so this is the eyewitness account of what they believe he did, or what they saw him do. He took off his glasses, put on goggles. He took the parachutes, he has them strapped around him, he took one of them, and he has the money in his hand. In his hand, he didn't put the knapsack in the bag or anything, he has it in his hand, and he takes the tie, clips it off, yeets it behind him, opens the side door of the aircraft. Now, keep in mind, the aircraft doors functioned differently back then, so it was a lot easier to open it midair, and they weren't flying as fast. So, he opens the door midair, like this, jumps out. Never seen again. So, this is the funny part. The FBI, they're not stupid. So, they released the serial numbers of all the $20 bills that apparently just plummeted to the earth. Once he jumped out of the plane.
Wait, were they ever used?
No, so what happened was a young kid, there's a beach called Tina Bar. I forget where it is. He jumped out in between California and Mexico. I forgot exactly where he jumped out. But some point in between that, there's a little beach called Tina Bar. And they recovered 20... Wait, what's up?
New Mexico?
No.
No, the real one.
It was actually Mexico. So
Yeah, it's along the Pacific.
yeah.
Oh.
So a kid was fishing with his dad, and basically they had recovered $20,000 with the serial numbers that matched. So and they managed to actually collect a DNA sample off of the clip-on tie that he actually purchased from JCPenney. Fun fact.
Damn, no way.
I mean, yeah, that kind of takes the wind out of my sails, though, to be honest with you. It's just kind of
You
weird.
gotta hold them accountable now. We have to
I
sue
mean,
JCPenney for
yeah.
their fucking part in
Their
this.
their participation.
Hey,
bro.
for real, hey, they're active like criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
how
playing a
dare
big role
they?
in
How dare
They
they?
pocketed the rest of the money.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Dude, here's like the crazy thing about this case. So many people pretended to be this guy. Literally. It was a huge fucking story. Like nothing.
Yeah.
It's like unfathomable.
Listen, I didn't want to reveal this, but
No.
I'm actually.
I'm dead.
Holy shit.
You know,
like-
I gotta reveal something too.
What?
What?
Oh my god.
I'm Bob the Minion from the Minions movie.
No!
Bob?
Rise of Gru.
No
Oh my
way.
god.
Wait, Bob's in Rise of the
Probably.
Yeah, no, he's the tiny one.
Isn't he like the midget one with two
Yeah,
eyes?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
so-
like the tall one. Glasses.
Ken, I think his name is.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Okay,
Kevin,
but
yeah.
honestly, what would you do? Like with 180,000 marked, serialized bills that you can't even spend.
Here's the problem. Oh! I forgot to fucking say this. He didn't jump out with an actual parachute. Fuck, I forgot to say this. Okay.
What?
That was like a book.
They handed him 4
It
parachutes.
was a bag of Tupperware.
Two of them were training parachutes, and they were military training parachutes, so they were sewed shut, but they never found his body. And so since he jumped with 2, they don't know which one that he lit off, so there's literally a 50-50 chance that he jumped out of the plane, all of the money immediately just flew out of his hands, so he's like, fuck, and try and pull the cord.
Hey,
And the cord doesn't even
died.
fucking go.
Hey, I think he's dead,
Shit.
bro.
Shit.
Hey, he plummeted so hard and so fast into the earth, he buried himself.
Dude,
And that's why no one can find him.
There's like a
Bro,
little there's like a little hill in China. Just
Yeah, literally. It just like rises.
They actually like he planned it out so smart, and he apparently spoke like a very intelligent man. Like he seemed like he was in his 40s, seemed like an older guy. He spoke very like with a low voice, and he was calm. And he just jumps out of the fucking plane. Like he doesn't even wait for it to land. Why is it in Mexico?
Hey, all that, then he kills himself.
And here's the thing, dude. He didn't even pick the route that the plane flew. The pilot picked it. But there's no drop point. Like, why the fuck would you just jump out of the plane? I don't get it. Like
That's so like, what, bro? You're holding $200,000, bro. Like, okay, what are you gonna do? Like,
Hey,
hold
bro.
the cash with one hand, unleash the
saw
parachute
it.
with another.
He saw it in a movie, bro. That's
Hey,
what he got
bro.
the
It
plan.
literally seems like he saw it. Like,
Yeah.
it seems
Because
so
it's true.
smart until he jumps out of the plane. You know what I'm saying? Because
And then he
there's
kills
like,
himself.
yeah.
literally.
Hey,
No
imagine
money.
his final thought, like his last 5 seconds.
Literally
Damn,
just
bro.
plummets to his death.
My money.
all this, and I'm gonna bury myself. Yeah.
Imagine watching that from the ground.
Hey, he died earning a bag though.
Hey,
Hey,
Damn
for real.
right.
Hey, I respect it. Hey, even in death, he's still on the ground.
Yeah, that was fat stacks that he
Yeah.
about died with, bro.
What? So did like they comb the entire like area where he died, or?
they don't know exactly where he died because they can't triangulate exactly where he jumped out. I mean, the plane was moving pretty quickly, and I'm pretty sure there was like once he opened the door, plane.
Yeah, I'm different, bro.
Yeah, but like
I'd be able to.
I'm just honestly picturing watching this from the ground. You just see a guy jump out of the plane. You see a bunch of money just fan out. You're like, fuck.
No, literally,
And
like
then-
terminal velocity. Terminal velocity. Just see him like, he just instantly dies.
He goes to open his parachute, and it's like one of those
And then-
parachutes kids play with.
Yeah, it's like a little tiny parachute that has holes in it. And shit.
And you just see a
Yeah.
very faint dust pile in the air all the way in the background.
Bro, it's like
Oh yeah. Boom.
it's like one of those parachutes the little toy soldiers have. It's that
Like-
big too. It's like
Yeah, it's literally.
He's
But, like,
holding
the
onto it like
backpack
this
was
in a
the same
cartoon.
size.
Like in a cartoon, he's holding onto it like this.
Hey, but not, at least in a cartoon, they don't fall until they look down.
Drake.
Oh
did
yeah,
like-
like he has to stop, look down. And
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Drake jumping out of the plane,
Hey,
and then he runs.
yeah, you run. That's what he should have done instead of just dying.
Yeah, what the fuck?
At least do something funny, bro.
Hey, like do a flip or something. Hey, he probably did, but no one saw him. Just died.
But yeah, that's I mean, there in terms of like theories of like who Dan Cooper was, not many people know. In terms of evidence, there is an unconfirmed university badge that completely flips the entire story on its head because he's described as a 40-year-old, right? And this piece of evidence has never been seen, but it's reported that they found a university. I forgot the university's name, but there's a university like patch or like how like they have for frats, like the little circle things.
Yeah.
And that, if it's true, would indicate that he was a student, which makes this just 10 times funnier in my opinion, because he's just like a
Or
guy in
what if
school.
he was a professor?
Ooh, real.
True.
The Unabomber was a professor, right?
Was he a professor?
He was.
I
Yeah.
feel like teachers have too much time on their hands, dude. They
Hey, don't say that.
They be on like some suspicious stuff in their off
True.
times. Bro. We should
Like,
check
what
up
the
on
fuck
them
do
more.
teachers do?
Fucking
We should
kids.
check up on them more, bro. Yeah,
Honestly.
they have to deal with a lot. You think they don't got some twisted thoughts they write about?
Mm-hmm.
The thing I can't wrap my head around.
Hmm.
Why the fuck would people fake to be him? Dude, someone
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
tried to
Hey.
sell his story to a tabloid. Literally.
Hey,
they
do
were
we
like,
have any information on like those people that tried to?
oh yeah, there's
Interview?
like a couple stories about those people. So one guy was literally on his deathbed, and his wife was there.
He
And
jilted me
was like,
through.
no, he was literally like, before he died, this is the last thing he said. He's like, I have something to tell you. I'm Dan Cooper. He fucking died. He wasn't Dan Cooper, by the way.
Hey, no, hey, I'm gonna do that shit on my deathbed. Hey, I was the. What was that one hazmat killer called? The
The what?
that one hazmat serial murderer. He wore a hazmat every time.
That's
And
cool.
he's like,
What the fuck?
A hazmat suit?
yeah. He alerted the police every time he murdered
I'm
someone.
gonna look it up.
Zodiac killer, that sounds like.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, that sounds like Zodiac. Zodiac
Yeah.
is
Zodiac
it does.
killer.
Yeah, okay,
Zodiac killer.
Zodiac. Even though you wouldn't have been alive when it happened.
No,
like...
no,
No,
no.
that he didn't wear a hazmat suit. He wore an executioner suit.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
I,
that's what
I heard he wore a hazmat suit.
No, it was like a
No,
hood
no,
with
no.
like a pointed tip.
Yeah, it's like, think of like what you
A clan hood.
No, like you know
No,
the
no,
people
no.
that the people that like drop the guillotines always
Yeah.
wear the
Hold on,
black
you
cloak.
play-
you
play
Those guys.
You know like Clash Royale?
He got it. He already got the message.
Hey, you know Tarkov?
But yeah.
Wait, so did they ever find the Zodiac killer?
No.
No.
They're actually they recently
They-
decrypted one of those.
They think they know like who it is, but there was like there's a bunch of different theories, but then there's like they did like DNA testing or something, and they thought it was one guy, but it was like disproven or some shit. So they still don't know who it is.
There's like a really big group of cryptographers
Mm-hmm.
that are constantly working to like crack his code because they're extremely advanced. It's so advanced that people think that he just wrote horse shit on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And like, but they just recently.
I still
last
think that's
year-
all he did.
Dude, like last year they actually cracked one. Like a really advanced group of cryptographers. They cracked and it was just trolling them. Literally, it was trolling them. Like it was hilarious. Like I don't know, man. That
Okay,
there's
we
no
have
way
we have the first word. It says go. We got the second word? Fuck. Oh.
Guys, what does your dick riding mean?
hey, guys, what does stop dick riding me mean? What is that?
it's just like a meme from like 50 years in the
It's
future.
the 60s.
Right.
Yeah.
It just says no bitches. So, I mean, that's basically most of the case. I mean, the FBI still has an open investigation on him. So
So the people still actively like looking into this.
No. So even though that the case is closed, his statute of limitations is infinite. Like they really wanted to catch this guy because this was like the first major act of like air piracy. It's called.
Mhm.
All right.
And air piracy has a 5-year statute of limitations. But the FBI wanted to catch him so bad, they switched him over. I forgot exactly what they switched it over to, but this has an infinite statute of limitations, meaning that if they found him today, he would still be sentenced to the same exact thing that he would have been. I think he's dead. Personally, I do not think he
I think
survived.
he's-
I also
No,
think
I think he became one with the tree. Personally.
Just
Hey, no, he
slowly
came up with the
he's
dirt,
not in
bro.
a good way, bro. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely is fucking crazy. Because like, I mean, honestly, he planned it all so well. I wouldn't be surprised if.
I mean, did he?
Here's the thing.
If he dies at the end, did he? Did he really plan it that well?
I think that he did that to make people think that he died.
But at the same time, it sounds like so like it literally sounds like it could like the way it's set up.
Mm.
It just seems like it's like somebody just did it on a whim, you know? And it's like, oh, they planned like for like a week and just went with it. And like it
Maybe.
basically improvised half the way.
It was a weekend plan. He's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm taking a me trip this weekend.
Yeah.
Hey,
It could be super, super elaborate or just like on a whim, you know?
You know
I mean,
what?
yeah.
This weekend's
Yeah, you
about
know,
me.
apparently, like most robberies are literally just done on impulse.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I need money. I'm gonna go get money.
And I guess that makes
Like
sense.
they don't actually plan it out, you know. Like, oh, at this time the
That's
police
why
are.
there's-
Well, maybe
Yeah,
that's
that's why
just the
there's
ones that
never
we
a
hear
good-
about.
Like that's why there's never a good ending.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it, dude. Like every crime that we hear about is stupid, but like the smart ones don't get caught, so we wouldn't be hearing about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'd still be hearing about it.
I mean, we hear about them.
Well, that's
Yeah.
like
Like-
mainstream stuff. That's
like,
some shit.
There's this one bank robbery in like Brazil or some shit where they all like robbed the bank, but they were really nice, so they gave everyone pizza. Like they ordered
Oh, I
pizza.
heard about that. I heard about that.
Yeah, and then they just got away with it.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Because here's the thing, dude. People that rob banks, like even the patrons of the banks, that's not who they're targeting. They all get reimbursed by insurance companies. They're
I mean, yeah.
actually robbing the insurance companies, if you think about it. Because the
Yeah.
insurance is the people that has to cover everyone that's getting their money stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is it that bad?
I mean,
I mean-
a crime against insurance is no crime at all. It's also
But it's
No. A crime against anyone that's not me is not a crime.
I mean,
I
there's
expect full justice to be served against me.
But,
Hamza's like, you know what? The law applies to everybody but me.
Yeah.
I am exempt.
Yeah.
That's
It seems like a GTA story, bro.
the
Dude,
more
the
I think
heist.
about it, the more it sounds like a really poorly directed action movie. I'm not gonna lie.
No. It literally is a GTA story because when he falls out, he doesn't know what button to press for his parachute, and he just dies.
No, for real.
That's probably the funniest detail about. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this. At the end of his note, he included the phrase "no funny stuff" or "I'll do the job." That's like the last thing he wrote on the note.
No funny stuff.
No
I'll do the
funny
job.
No funny business, eh?
That makes me think he talked like a Victorian gentleman.
Hey, no funny business, eh? Say?
Yeah, will never get me alive. Jumps out of the plane. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The right
It's like
brother
fucking evil
slang.
Peter. I am Retep.
Yeah, he grabs the wrong parachute. I have been
I've been
squandered
I've been
once again.
bamboozled.
You were going to wake me for the last time, coppers.
Like serious, like dude,
I've been
are you this
hoodwinked.
stupid? Hey, you
And
should,
then while he's falling down, curse you.
yeah,
Bye.
curse you, bury the platypus.
I'll be back.
This is the last you've seen of Dan Cooper.
Dude, you
Says
should ask for
full
like
name.
10 different parachutes, right? Because it would have been assumed. It would listen. Well, not 10. Maybe like 3.
Why would he expect
How
him
do
to
you
give you a
hold-
working parachute?
No, because
You're just like, okay, man,
okay.
here you go.
no, because he's taken 2 other hostages, right?
Hostages.
Yeah, here's
He
how I
jumped out
did
of
it.
the. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm taking 2 other hostages with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put parachutes on them. Like I swapped parachutes and shit. So like in case they plan to give me the faulty one, you dig?
Mhm.
Because obviously they can't take the chance. Like that's really gambling for life.
Or
They can never take the chance.
be the cruel but wise one and give all 3 of them fake parachutes and they all die.
The cruel but wise.
Roll
Yeah,
the
because
line.
they-
Wise.
What
That's just
fucking
cruel.
wisdom.
That's just
Yeah.
cruel, bro.
Because D.B Cooper doesn't get away with it and they still save a bunch of lives.
Here's the thing. I
I mean-
genuinely think it seems so stupid that he was a genius and he got away with it. 100%. He's among us right now.
I don't think he got
It's a
away
coin
with.
toss, bro.
No, I
It's a
don't
coin
think he
toss.
got
What a
away
story.
with it. I think he fucking died. Like, man is extremely. I mean, they didn't find his body, but how well did they look? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Here's another
how
thing.
could
Yeah.
you?
When he-
Like this is the 70s. How
Right.
well they look, man.
Yeah.
Also, he jumped out at cruising altitude, 30,000 feet. No oxygen mask. You need an oxygen mask to jump out at 17,000 feet.
Hey, he had goggles.
Hey, true. No, hey, he's approaching terminal velocity.
Bro,
No, he got a
He
spare
probably
shot.
thought he was so
Hey,
fucking cool.
he pulls up his scarf.
Hey, for real.
You'll never
I
catch
just
me.
Hold on. What's the point of having a clip-on tie if you're not even going to wear it on the way down? Why didn't
So
he
it
just
doesn't choke him.
No,
So it doesn't choke
Hey,
him.
No.
real.
literally.
Hey, clip-on ties actually have a high chance of choking you.
Literally, no. Here's what I'm saying. Like he has to like it would have been cooler if he's like, but he just clinks it off and just throws it. I think it just takes the wind out of my like he does all this cool shit.
Okay, listen. Probably the clip-on tie fell off while he was plummeting to his death. Think about
No,
that.
he took it off before.
Yeah,
The
he
clip-on
took it
tie
off
was
before
the
he
only piece of evidence.
Mhm.
Had a piece
Yeah,
of like,
maybe like flew away as he's like plummeting to his.
Oh, by the way, they said they found DNA on it. Was he like drooling on it or something? How did he get DNA?
Beginning at the time.
Give me all your money. Probably like a hair.
Bro.
So I don't know.
I don't know. I picture him to be a bald guy. I don't know.
No, he's
DB
not.
Oh, they actually have. I'll send it into like general.
There's a picture.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would no one get like a police sketch of him, bro?
Oh, no, they did. There's
They got a
sketch.
police sketch of him.
Yeah.
Hey, the fact that they didn't find him, he's gone. Like he's 8 feet under after that fall.
Yeah,
No, like once you guys see how he looks, this is actually hilarious.
Like,
thought
straight up, I think he's
Doesn't he
dead.
just have like? Isn't he just like white with short hair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
I've seen it before. I think. Let me.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a very iconic sketch,
That's
He's so. Hey, his eyes are so wide.
bro. He looks
You know,
like
he
he's
looks like
super
the guy
smart.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why your forehead so big? Big ass forehead. Yeah, I can't.
I don't know,
talk.
man, but that doesn't look like a man that would just like do something spontaneously. No,
Looks
to
like
be
an
fair, it was
office
the
man.
'70s.
It was the 70s.
Maybe he
He was straight up.
completely-
Hey, he was straight up probably on coke when he did it.
Hey,
Maybe.
That's
Actually-
true. Or he was an MK Ultra agent.
He ordered a bourbon and soda when he first got on the plane.
What a
Classy. Classy.
Fucking legend.
Look at Hamza's camera.
Ugh.
Bro,
Yeah,
what are you
no.
on?
It fell.
I swear I saw a foot. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, for free?
Hey, no, not for free.
On Bodacious True Crime?
Is this an exclusive?
For tens of people to see?
For tens of
Hey, 20.
all across
20.
northwestern Ohio.
You get it right.
Hey, for tens of thousands.
No,
Tens of millions.
You get it right. 20 to 30.
20 to
tens.
30, 35 tops.
No, we've done more.
Yeah, we'll take it to
I mean,
38.
I'm a consistent viewer myself.
We've gotten, I think, our highest viewed episode has almost 200 views or 200 views.
What?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're up
Yeah.
there, bro.
Yeah, we're a cult podcast. That's what I call it. A
Up there
cult.
with
Cult
Rogan.
podcast.
Mhm.
There's Rogan. They got Rogan. They got
Seth.
Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Headroom.
They got
No, Rogan and Seth. The different
Oh,
guys.
Rogan.
you got Rogan. You got what are other like podcasts?
Well, Impulsive.
Bodacious True Crime.
Yeah, no. I was getting
Yeah,
to
my
that.
boys.
And then
Yeah,
there's
you got my
Bodacious
boys
True Crime at the
Stevie.
top.
Oh, of course.
Brian from Family Guy as well.
Is he
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
oh,
top?
yeah,
Backwards.
No, you have Dark Humor Family Guy compilation part 6. That's what you got.
Funniest Family Guy moments, part 3.
You know? Family Guy Funny Moments Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Oh,
Or it's like Stewie best moments. Stewie gayest
Stewie
moments.
kills
Hey.
Lois, full episode, no cuts.
I'll be straight up. I thought there was gonna be a lot more to this.
So I mean, dude,
Yeah, it's
honestly, like, it's such a quick story to explain, like, because it was so.
Because nothing is
Unmeticulous.
known.
Yeah, dude, literally, because
Yeah.
think about it. This happened at a time where like nothing was documented well that wasn't like political, right? And this came out of nowhere. Like they didn't know what to do. They're like, "Holy fuck, he has a bomb. Let's just
Yeah.
give him what he wants." Like there was no major air crime before this or after this for a good period of time.
This is after they covered up JFK.
He was ahead of his time, man. He was a visionary.
I mean, here's the thing though. Like no one did anything like this really at all. Like at least a heist. Like there are a ton of air crimes. But here's the thing: when this stuff happens now, nobody hears about it. Nobody hears about it.
Yeah, it's true.
It still happens?
I have never
Yeah,
heard.
dude, in like, hey, what's up?
I have never heard of anything happening like this since.
Like on a plane, like crimes happen all the time where a ton of people will die, and they will do such a good job at like not telling people about it, and that's done by the airline companies to stop people from being afraid of flying. Like,
Dude,
and, like,
that is terrifying.
dude, in '98, so again pre 9/11, but a guy I watch these literally all the time, like because aviation channels on YouTube specifically that tell about this stuff. A guy was an employee of the airline who he had gotten fired that day, right? So he literally walks into the cockpit, This isn't even like he just does this so seamlessly. He whips out a gun, shoots the captain in the head, shoots the co-pilot in the head, goes into the fucking like control panel, throws the plane into full thrust, nosedive, kills everybody on board. Literally, like 300 people were dead.
Hey, straight up, I would not take that. if I was on the plane, I'm not taking that.
I'm not taking that level of disrespect.
And there's so many even like, dude, accidents.
Wait, how did no one get up and stop him? Like,
I mean, he literally walked in, like he walked into the cockpit, shot both, closed the door, locked it, and it's so hard to get into the cockpit. He wasn't trying, like with 9/11, you know how like they fought back because they were cruising the plane, they had a set target to hit.
Yeah.
This guy didn't give a fuck. He just like, and it's you can't move.
What a fucker.
Yeah.
Hey, if I died to a motherfucker like that, bro, I'd be fuming.
I'd be really pissed off.
Hey, I take it to higher management, bro.
It's a high man.
Hey, there's no way I'm dying to that fucker.
I call him
what the fuck, bro? You mean extra life, bro? What is that?
No, like that could literally happen. Like, just like if a pilot decides to snap and like co-pilot agrees.
You guys want to know something really scary about the FAA?
What?
I'm about to expose some of their bullshit right now. The FAA, if you speak out about having mental health issues to them, I read this in the FAR AIM, which is like the federal airman regulations. You have a really high chance of losing your job and your medical. So,
I have heard that, I think.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And a lot of pilots. What's up?
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. If you have mental health issues, you shouldn't be flying.
100%.
Yeah.
But then why isn't the FAA including a psychoanalysis as a part of their medical process? They're not doing that.
Well, I don't really know much about the FAA, so.
Yeah, but like but they're not. You know what I'm saying? And like whenever I got my medical done, first class medical. So this is the medical that I can use to fly directly for an airline. I only needed a third, but I got it first. And literally, you just pee in a cup. They do the same thing that you do on a regular physical, and then they send you on your way. They need to include like a psychoanalysis of some kind. There's nothing, and I guess the reasoning for that is people that are a bit unhinged have previous records of it. That's not a reliable system at all, because people can develop that stuff into their careers. You don't know what someone's going through, you know?
Right.
And that can lead to a large amount of issues. It is terrifying. There's a lot of stuff about aviation that's coming up in the next 10 years that is fucking terrifying. And I personally believe that accidents in the aviation industry are going to be going way up. So.
Now, with that being said, I just want to quickly point out that, like, Noah, no airline is ever going to hire you, bro.
Not after this episode comes out.
From the entire industry.
Bodacious
fucking
True
CEO
Crime.
of Delta
You'll get your
watches.
license, but ain't nobody hiring you.
Bro, I'm going to be like in my interview for like Delta. He's going to slowly whip out his phone with this episode queued up. To be like,
Or
man,
it's like playing in the
He's just
background.
gonna have it playing in the background while you're
yeah.
still talking.
Noah's like, what's that? What is... Did he just say hears his own voice talking about how shit the FAA
Oh my
is?
god, that was 6 years ago.
Oh,
No,
fuck.
How do you have that
episode,
video?
episode 250 is like, okay, so Noah got fired.
This is now his sole source of income.
Yeah, Noah has to become the fifth host of the podcast so that he can make some money.
Bro. But yeah, no, I mean, this
He's
is like
getting
really,
4% at most.
Not even, probably like 6%.
No
Hey,
way,
6%?
bro.
They know
I'd be so
charity.
down to take 6% of a penny runs up. But but yeah, I mean, dude, like it's scary. It really is. Have you guys ever seen the footage of the world's first automated flight?
No.
There was
Hey,
a lot of-
I'd never want an automated flight for real.
Dude, they were obsessed with it in the 90s because pilots were demanding so much. Pilot pay over the course of
I mean, what is autopilot?
Okay, so basically, once you take off, there's 3 extremely crucial parts of flight. One can be replicated safely, that I believe, in the next 100 to 200 years. And that's taxiing. Taxiing is when you're basically driving the plane on the runway, you know what I'm saying? But autopilot is essentially, after you take off, you can set an altitude for the plane. It'll climb, level off, turn any banks to the waypoints. There's still a fuck ton that you have to be doing at that time. Now remember, there are a ton of, like, at a place like O'Hare, you can have 70 to, like, 150 planes in the air that everyone has to communicate with and everyone has to see. It's a network. You know what I'm saying? Establishing a network where there's 100% chance of nothing going wrong. Because, dude, whenever one plane crashes, that's 300 people. Imagine a malfunction in a network that 150 planes are using to communicate with each other with. And they're saying that planes are going to be automated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I mean, well, when they say that, obviously there's gonna be like some expert like on the plane, you know.
Oh, dude, people. I don't know why this is such like people say this is gonna happen in the next 5 to 10 years, bro. The pilot, at least two, are going to be in the cockpit. Maybe at the least one, maybe in like 20, 30 years, for like a while. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because I mean, aviation is at least 20 years behind everything else because getting a system that costs $50 to put in a car costs $500,000 to research and put everything into to get it into a plane to make sure it can handle those speeds. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a completely different ballgame, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they just put more wheels on it?
Hey, for real. Or like add a third wing.
Why don't? Okay, what about instead of like? So you know how planes like go in the air?
Yeah.
What if we had planes that were in the ocean? That just like they
Wait,
sat
what
on
if-
top of the water and they floated on top of the water.
Dude,
No,
that was
he's
actually
awesome.
a
He's
World War
awesome.
II concept by Germany. Have you actually seen that? Is that like a
Yeah,
reference?
like they take water. They
It
take
was a
water.
massive
power up.
structure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a massive like hovercraft that had fucking cannons on. Dude, Nazi technology was insane.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
don't say that.
What? No, it was crazy. It was fucking nuts.
No, they were obsessed with like different
The evolution.
things, and it
Yeah,
was
dude,
crazy.
No,
they had something called the railroad gun. It was the biggest gun in history. It's still nothing even comes close.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this, okay? This might be a little controversial.
Don't say it.
Like I know, but
I
like
can
I
already
hope
tell.
it isn't get misinterpreted, right?
Yeah,
Like,
go
I'll
ahead.
say it.
I'll
But
misinterpret
hey,
that.
yeah, I was about to.
like
Go
listen,
ahead.
when it comes to
Yep.
like purely when it comes to technology,
No.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, I know you did not
I
just say
wish
that.
we had some more competition with the Nazis. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you
Like,
guys know about Operation
imagine-
Paperclip, right?
Like if they were more successful, like how much do you think they could have accomplished?
Okay, well,
Operation.
Like when it comes to like
no,
like guns and research over like the period of like
no,
100
no.
years.
Don't you know
Okay,
about
go.
Operation Paperclip?
No idea.
Operation Paperclip is when we took Nazi scientists who we didn't want killed and put them on space, like getting us to the moon.
oh yeah. Didn't they do something with Japan?
Wait, what?
Like they were doing human experimentation, then they're like, all right, you guys can do it. We won't blow you up.
How the
Just
fuck
tell
does
us
this stuff
everything.
become declassified?
I don't know, but I know for a fact.
I mean, over the years, someone's gonna leak it.
No, but
Yeah.
like, there's a difference between something being leaked and something being declassified by the fucking government.
Oh wait, well, I mean, they have to like show some truth, like so people trust the government.
Right.
If it just,
How
if
bad
it
is
just
the
got
actual
leaked,
truth? That's what they're showing us. If they're
Yeah.
choosing to show us this.
if something gets leaked rather than declassified, what would you rather like trust more? Like, or would you like if you want to have trust in the government?
Mhm.
If something was leaked that was like, damn, that's fucked up. Instead of like it being declassified, if it was declassified, they're like willingly showing you like we're being open, like no walls,
Yeah.
When it's like Rick and Morty going on the other side, just saying, "Oh yeah, it's all right."
It's
Hey, hey, dude, what's crazy is that in Japan they had like human experimentation going on, and it
I
was
think
like prisoners
that
of
sounds
war.
very familiar, bro.
Yeah, it was. It's like an entire like. It's like I forgot what it's called, but the entire premise was like, okay, Japan, you tell us everything. This is like still during the war, by the way.
Mhm.
Like Japan, you tell us everything, and we won't raise this experiment. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Mhm.
imagine like you had like
Yeah.
the chaos and energy of the Nazi German like scientists, and they had enough time to like influence people and inspire other people to like research what they're researching.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing, though.
hey, we'd probably be like superhumans right now.
Dude, I mean, that's what they wanted to do.
I mean,
White-
isn't it
That's what they
Wolfenstein? Isn't
experimented
Wolfenstein
with.
like
So
that?
much.
White,
You know
blue
what?
eyes, blonde hair.
The
Superhuman.
No.
crazy thing is,
No, like literally like superhuman strength.
No, no,
genetically,
you know Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, the game.
I love that game. I'm playing it.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
It's really
It's
good.
literally like the entire premise is like if the Nazis won, and like they're super
Yeah,
advanced.
yeah.
and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah,
good.
but here's the thing: it doesn't even matter, like who progressed farther than who, because at the end of the day, whoever develops the first atom bomb wins, and the U.S. did that. Yeah,
I
no,
think
yeah,
whoever develops the most efficient atom bomb wins.
no, whoever develops the first one.
Here's the thing, right? I think if you look at the scale of a bomb, there definitely is. You know how they say there's different levels to infinity? there's definitely different levels to like a bomb or like an atom bomb.
Well, the thing about that is that's purely like mathematical.
No,
Like,
no,
the
no,
degrees
no,
of
no, no,
infinity.
no, 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 no. Dude, okay. So
No, degrees of infinity are purely not mathematical.
No,
no,
that's
no,
not
no.
his
I'm not.
point.
I was comparing it to that. So like
He's
it's
like, there's different levels of bomb,
yeah. So it's so
yeah.
like especially of
incomprehensible.
atom bomb.
Oh yeah, I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about like someone with infinity.
No.
Yeah.
No, no, no. I'm just saying.
No,
that
I
people-
know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But
so
like,
like
regardless.
dude, there's a bomb called Sarbamba. If you look up the scale.
Oh
of
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
You can,
the
Like,
bomb
what-
that we
like-
dropped on Hiroshima.
like-
bro.
Yeah.
Hey, like, what's a bomb that can destroy cities compared to a bomb that can destroy half the country? You
Literally.
know,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, would you wait
that's
to
the
develop
difference in atom
that?
bombs.
Yeah.
But that's the difference in atom bombs.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Cities to
don't,
countries, bro. Straight up.
don't forget though. This is 1945. So
They
like,
were developing that
like,
fast, bro.
this is
The
like
thing is,
an
dude,
insane feature. Like this is
Look
an
at what
insane
Nazi
feature.
Germany had in 4 years. 4,
Mhm.
bro. They developed that shit in 4 years. If they had
Well, I
a
mean,
decade
Nazi
or
Germany's been
decade-
around for like two decades.
No, but like
But
that's
here's
when
the
like
thing, like,
the
they-
Nazis
they-
took control and stuff.
Yeah, they were really trying to streamline them. Like literally, dude, this is how fucking crazy Hitler was.
Mhm.
Instead of getting to like get the Jews to like fight for them or even try and brainwash them, he was like, no, we're about to lose the war, kill them faster. You know what I'm saying? That shows how fucked up this guy was in the
Yeah.
Hey,
head.
bro's
He-
determined to kill every Jew.
what's up?
Holy fuck, bro's determined.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
no.
was like, he was literally like, they were panicking to kill as many Jews as they could towards
And
the
even
end.
like as they were leaving those camps, as like German soldiers were retreating those camps, they were going behind them, shooting all of them as they were leaving.
Damn,
Literally.
bro, like just run, man. Like act like a
Bro.
civilian. Don't like, you know, like every at the trials, the Nuremberg trials, whatever they're called.
Yeah, Nuremberg trials.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, it was under my orders, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's like you know, they wanted to kill the Jews.
No, 100% they
Yeah.
did.
No, they
they
did.
won.
They did.
Yeah.
Now,
so
Hitler
that's why
was
they
very
made it like.
convincing. Not to say that he wasn't. He was an extremely intelligent, convincing person.
Yeah.
I hate Hitler.
However,
Brave
I want to
Stefan.
say intelligent, more like articulate when it comes to like speeches and stuff.
well,
That's
no, dude,
insane.
he
Yeah.
manipulated.
It was actually
like literally an entire board of like they didn't want to elect him into that position of power if he knew what he would
No.
do. If you can manipulate like that many politicians, dude, he was calculated as hell.
Well, I mean, if anyone knew the outcome of what would happen, I don't think anyone would have followed him.
Oh, 100%. No, nobody would. And
Yeah,
then,
like-
by the time
like
that he was
Germany-
doing it, he was already too big for them to do anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Germany was villain number one in World War II,
Oh, yeah.
and then they became super villain.
Mhm.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, and then they got destroyed.
Do they have like any current sanctions on them right now?
Not
I know
anymore.
their economies. Yeah, no, there's no sanctions, but like they're still fucked.
Yeah.
Like they're still.
Hey, if we see them
now.
developing anything, bro, hey, I'm on
That's
it.
it.
Hey,
That's
put
it,
me on
bro.
it.
Anything besides cars, it's a red flag.
Anything besides a BMW, bro. I don't want it.
But yeah, goes back to the atom bomb thing.
Hmm.
Like, regardless of what the Nazis could develop, the US just developed it faster. Like straight up.
No,
Because-
the U.S. developed the atom bomb based off Nazi scientists' work.
Yeah.
He's not
You know, because the
Hey.
Nazis lost, the Americans got the bomb. Straight up.
Yeah. Like the entire Manhattan Project was inspired by technology, and probably a bunch of other shit that we don't even know about too.
Yeah, but still,
That's what
like,
I'm saying. We were going off like their half complete work. Imagine if they
Alright.
had time to, like do all this other crazy stuff. Like
Okay.
that's just
But-
crazy to like think about what they could have done.
It really is.
well, yeah, but they were a landlocked country fighting like a billion front war.
But they
Like,
were doing,
they were allies.
develop
they were
it.
doing so well for a long time.
Yeah,
They really were. I mean, honestly,
until Stalingrad, no.
But
There was a lot of
literally
stuff
took
that
over
happened.
Europe.
yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened that they had no control over.
Mhm.
That kind of led to them just,
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, you know one thing I hate? Well, when people say, "Oh, dude, if Japan didn't bomb Pearl Harbor, they could have won the war." No, bombing Pearl Harbor,
No.
like,
That was just one. That was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
yeah, no,
Like they were already losing the war at that.
yeah, like, don't take this out of context. But what I mean is, like, they had to bomb Pearl Harbor because they needed control of the Pacific.
Not
Like,
really.
No,
Pearl
no,
Harbor,
no.
Pearl Harbor was a
Japan,
reach. Japan
Japan
took it
needed-
all over.
yeah, because
No.
if they were invading,
No, I'll explain what
Yes,
happened.
I'm
So
saying.
Japan took over the entire shore, and then the U.S. still wanted nothing to do with it, but just like
Yeah.
out of they just presumed that America would get ready to attack. No, wait. they wanted to start attacking America, right? So they took over, and they just like they literally just wanted to attack because they wanted to do it before America had got the idea to attack them. You know,
Yeah.
they literally just they just attacked them.
Because America was technically involved in the war without directly being involved in the war. They
Yeah,
were,
they
They
were
literally just
supporting.
it was out of presumption, like that America would attack first.
but since the beginning, they were giving like we were giving our allies money and guns since like the very
Well-
beginning of World War II.
Wait, here it is. To prevent the United States Pacific Fleet from interfering with planned military actions in Southeast Asia. Yeah, so they needed the Pacific area to be able to do anything, because the U.S. would have interfered if Japan tried to do anything in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
That's what they were worried about.
Yeah.
So they attacked first.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever heard of like
No.
No.
the I think it was like 40% of kamikaze pilots actually hit their targets. Like they had a higher chance of smashing into the ground. Just completely
Hey, but
missing.
serious, 40 is
What
still
about-
a very
hey,
high percent.
It was terrifying.
That means a lot of
That's like-
things got hit.
No,
Yeah,
what is that
it-
strategy, though?
It
So
goes,
Hey, I'm not doing that.
it goes
the
with
whole
Japanese
thing-
culture, though.
It does.
Yeah,
They've
it's
been
like, I'm
doing
dying
that
with
since
honor.
like no, it's like they knew they were fucked,
Yeah.
and they were so like we're not gonna
yeah.
stop.
It's
They would
really like a
literally-
last ditch thing, right?
Seppuku.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's basically a modern seppuku, bro. Like literally,
Yeah.
they would just go and they would just tell them like, hit them, don't hit them. He's like, they basically were saying scare them, you know, and they it kind of worked.
Plus,
I'm not
if
gonna
you
lie.
Yeah.
refuse to suicide bomb, you
You
just
were
die.
killed.
Yeah.
You were good.
Like,
Hey, I'm different.
But here's the problem with Japan. They know that some people will be like, I prefer to die this way. They don't just kill you; they'd kill your entire family. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't just.
yeah. Same with
It's an
North
incentive to
Korea.
actually. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that's kind of mean. That's kind of mean from them.
kind of weird, champ.
I tell them like it could be in church, bro.
Such assholes, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you that was a good episode. Thank you, Noah. Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Appreciate it.
Follow us.
Run that back.
Yeah, okay, you can shut up. You can follow us on Twitter at BodaciousTC. That's our at. You can email us. It's bodacioustruecrime@gmail.com. Subscribe at Bodacious True Crime on YouTube or Spoofy. No, do you have anything to say before we head out?
This was fun. I like this.
Yeah, it was good.
This is a visual thing. I love talking about this case. It's like my favorite thing to talk about.
Yeah, it was great. I think you did a great job.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Hamza, do you have anything to say?
No, I just wish it was longer though, like the content.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm gonna cut that out.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. And Gus, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say this was a fun one. It's definitely a
Yeah.
funny story that led to a lot of like other stories that we made up building upon each other.
Right.
So I mean, it's definitely an inspiring case.
Yeah.
It's a lot to talk about for sure.
Inspired.
It's not a
Awesome.
long case, but there's definitely a lot to talk about.
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
our after hours talk was got it to an hour, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And as
So
always, everybody, stay bodacious.
Stay bodacious.
fuck yeah, you do.
No, I say it, Hamza. You
No,
don't say it.
I said it. Well, I said it first.
I say it. I'm
Fuck
the
up.
bodacious guy.
We'll stay bodacious.
The
I said it.
bodacious guy.
I think.
No.
Ooh, you got him.